quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 21. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Herbert now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Again, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Patriots at 7-5 now in the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And this Charles definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pats at the line ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Austin Johnson, the one who makes the stop defensively.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing Jones. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And he rifles one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
From his own end zone, Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. A nice pickup there, 19 yards, and they're set up better for 3rd.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tougher.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him on top of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Herbert on first down now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, Eckler trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Boy, no chance as he was made and dropped behind the line there. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Justin Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Jones. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas.
And no issues in that one for the Commanders, just further expanding that lead.
And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. Down to about the 22 here.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run again with Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 27, Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But I don't think the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got
get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at 2nd and 20. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. In today's NFL, we talked about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They're going to run it with Harris. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Being chased out left. And bringing it in, it's Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones now on 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. It's brought in by Harris. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris. 26 yards. And the Pats have taken a 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I like what they did there. Still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Herbert. And Allen's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Throwing, Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Herbert. He's got Eckler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Herbert going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give